Hasn't everyone been obsessed with F1 racing at least once in their lives? Well, the 2023 season is gonna be the longest yet, and you know what that means? The racers are catching speed, and they're coming to break records. So, before this time zooms past us, here are 9 F1 records that could be broken this year. Put your seatbelts on, people, because it's gonna be a wild ride. The first on our list is something that will definitely get your blood pumping. This year, someone might break the record for the most world titles ever, and we might get to see it happen ourselves. Can you believe that? Last year, people were betting on Lewis Hamilton finally making history by winning his 8th championship. Sadly, our hopes were dashed long before they could reach the finish line. Because of his poor performing Mercedes, Hamilton finished 6th in the championship, which was his lowest position ever, and the first time ever without a win or a pole position. Talk about bad luck, right? But this year, get ready to place your bets again. Right now, the Brit is tied with Michael Schumacher with 7 world titles, and we'll definitely be tuning in to see if he leaves Schumacher in the dust. But that's not the only record that Schumacher has set that Hamilton can break. The next record is most victories in one Grand Prix. Hamilton has already won in 31 different circuits. Now, that's just absurd. But wait till you hear about his achievements in Hungary and Britain, because he's won both of those circuits 8 times. And now he's tied for Michael Schumacher's 8 wins in France. This means that if Hamilton wins in either Hungary or Britain, he'll snatch this record as well. Talk about talent, right? He has 2 chances, and Lewis Hamilton might just be able to take it all home, including another record that Schumacher has set. Schumacher, we hope you're tuned in, because Hamilton is coming for the record for the most pole positions at one Grand Prix as well. What can't this man do? The Mercedes driver currently shares this record with both Schumacher and Ayrton Senna. The record has stood since Senna made it, and Schumacher wasn't able to break it. So the question is, will Hamilton do what his predecessor wasn't able to? Isn't that exciting? But if you're tired of hearing about how many records Hamilton might break, don't worry, because there are plenty of other talented people in Formula One right now who have just as good a chance at making history. Let's start with Max Verstappen, because he might make 2 new records this season, but that isn't even the best part, because both of those records are his own. Now that's just insane.
It's always exciting to see the new car and its first pull out of the garage and what lies ahead for that car over the next 23 races. Always an exciting moment for the team.
It turns out that this man is his own biggest competitor. Back in 2021, Verstappen set the record for most podiums in one season, finishing on the podium a whopping 18 times. Sadly, he came just short of that in 2022, as he finished on the podium 17 times. But that doesn't mean he's out of the race just yet. This year, he has another chance to break his own record, and considering how long this season is, running from the first week of March to the last week of November, he has plenty of chances to do just that. Will Verstappen be able to break his own record, though?
It's testimony to the long hours and the hard work that's gone in behind the scenes in the factory and on the campus in Milton Keynes that we're here today.
It looks really cool, and you can straight away see the amount of work our people back in the factory have done.
Of course, it's great to be with Checo, in the team. He's a good guy, he's a quick guy, and we really push each other.
Or will it be someone no one saw coming? Either way, it will be more than a thrilling journey, and it will be just as exciting to see if Verstappen can continue his head start in the race and break last year's record of most wins in a single season. Rumor has it, both Ferrari and Mercedes want to challenge the Red Bull champion for this title this season, though. So what will it be? Will Verstappen be able to maintain his lead, or will the others be able to catch up. If the talent in F1 is any indication, it will be neck and neck. But we've talked about people who've dominated in previous seasons enough, because up next is someone who's making his comeback to the racetrack. Can you guess who it is? We're talking about Nico Hülkenberg, of course. The German racer already has a whopping 184 race entries to his name, but do you know what the surprising part is? He has never won an F1 race. Hülkenberg currently holds the record for most F1 races without a podium finish, but if he manages to land in the top 3 this season, then he'll become the racer with the most races before his first podium finish. Maybe it's finally Hülkenberg's time to shine. We're rooting for you, Nico. But while Hülkenberg has the chance to make history himself this year, someone is coming for his records too. Can you believe that? Right now, Hülkenberg holds the record for the most points without a single win. No one's surprised there. But someone is coming for his gig, because Lando Norris is just 93 points away from beating Hülkenberg for that title, because Norris scored over 120 points last season. If he plays his cards just right, he can win enough points without scoring a win to beat Hülkenberg at his own game. Most points without a single win? How's that for a record? Let's come back to Lewis Hamilton now. He might be a great racer, but it's because of all the experience he has under his belt. He might become the person who has completed the most races. Right now, the record is held by Fernando Alonso, who has crossed the finish line a whopping 281 times. Talk about impressive. But Hamilton is very close by with 280 races to his name. So what do? Just sit back on your couch and relax as you watch Hamilton finally clear one more finish line and grab that trophy as well. It seems like there's nothing that can stop this legend from making his name in history. But if he needs something a little more exciting, here's one more record that can be broken this season. And this one will have you on the edge of your seat, because Lewis Hamilton may also set a record for the most hat tricks. For those who don't know, a hat trick in Formula 1 means that a driver takes the pole position, the fastest lap, and the victory at a Grand Prix. The current record is held by, drumroll please, none other than Michael Schumacher, who holds 22 hat tricks right now. Are you shocked? Because that's just absurd at this point. But if things go his way and his car doesn't malfunction like it did last season, then Hamilton just might take that record from under Schumacher's nose as well. Hamilton holds 19 hat tricks right now, so he does need a couple of strong weekends, but we have our fingers crossed. And perhaps this season will be the year when the Brit finally leaves the German in the dust. Who knows? He might even set a new record for the most Grand Slams. When a driver wins the race, sets the fastest lap, and leads every other lap, it's a tall order. But Hamilton has 6 Grand Slams under his belt already. If he makes 8, he'll break Jim Clark's record. It's a tough call. After all, there's only 3 other active players who've even made a Grand Slam. Yikes! But if anyone is able to do it, it's gonna be Hamilton. There will be drama, excitement, and broken hearts. But rest assured, with their adrenaline pumping high and their foot on the pedal, these drivers are sure to give us the show of a lifetime. These were all the records that could be broken this season. Which record being broken are you looking forward to the most? Let us know, and we'll see you soon.